Hello everybody, my name is Miss Baines and I'm going to help you today with one of your home learning tasks, which is imagine you are the director of an invention company. Write a job advert looking for a new inventor to join your company, describing the skills needed and why they should apply. Now that sounds like a fantastic job to me, being a director of an invention company. I think that would be super to do. So let's have a think about what the genre is for this task. We know that the task itself is to write a job advert, but what are the features you're going to need to include? Any ideas? So the genre for this is a persuasive piece of writing. And just as a reminder, some of the things that you might include are imperative verbs, repetition, adverbials and rhetorical questions, but we'll come on to that a little bit more later on. So just to give you an idea of what a job advert might look like, I found some examples for you. So let's have a look at these. The first one is for WowWee magazine and Writers Wanted. So WowWee magazine is looking for writers for its website. Pay is based on the number of people who read your articles. You may also receive free tickets to events and free products to test. This is a great opportunity to get valuable work experience. We want people who are chatty, interesting, passionate and skilled. So there's lots in that job advert there that not only tells the people what the job is and what type of people they want to apply, but also what they get out of the job as well. So we know that they'll get free tickets, we know that they're going to get great work experience, we know that WowWee magazine want people who are chatty and skilled, and we also know that they've got a really good advert there. It's bright, it's striking, it's straight to the point, it's got exclamation marks, so it'll really stand out on a page so people spot it. Let's have a look at the next one for a trainee hairdresser. So what does this advert tell us? It tells us that the job is full-time, 40 hours a week, we know it's permanent and we know it's in Brighton. And we also know that anyone that goes and works for this company will learn from some of the best hairdressers in the world, not just in Brighton, not just in England, but in the world. That would be a good hairdressers to work at. We also know it's 40 hours a week and that the responsibilities include welcoming clients, washing hair, bringing tea and coffee to customers and keeping the salon clean and tidy at all times. There is no previous experience needed. And please apply now in capital letters. And there we've got a website, email address where people can apply to. And then our third one, work for Coffee Beans. Join Britain's #1 cafe at Coffee Beans, where every cafe has the same aims: to create family-like teams and to give excellent customer service. Many different kinds of people come and work with us, so start your career at Coffee Beans today. Choose the hours you work, get management experience, share your love of coffee. Join us as a team member, an assistant manager or a cafe manager, depending on your skills and experience. So again, in there, lots of persuasive devices. It's the #1 cafe in Britain, not just in that town, but in Britain. And every cafe has the same aims of family-like teams and excellent customer service. So all of those 3 adverts are really selling the companies, whether it's a magazine or a hairdresser or a cafe. They're telling the people that could apply exactly what they will get if they go and work there. And we also know the kinds of people that they want to be applying. Now let's have a think about the skills needed. So some of the language is very technical and it's very specific to the company. But you'll also notice that there's a very high standard expected for anyone that goes and works there. So in the first one, food and beverage preparation with extensive barista training. So that means that anyone that goes and applies should be very, very good at working and serving food and drink. Excellent customer service experience. Skilled in handling potentially hazardous kitchen equipment. Fully trained in cash handling. Up-to-date knowledge of food hygiene and fluent in Spanish. And perhaps if that cafe is in Spain, then that would be very, very important. In the second one, personal skills, detail and deadline oriented, That means they can work to time, so if they've got a deadline of the Friday, then they'll get the work handed in on Friday. They've got excellent planning and organisational skills. They have a high level of computer proficiency, data entry and analytical skills. They're a team player and they're customer focused and professional. So again, this company has got very high expectations of the people that they want to apply. And there's some words in there that you could use in your advert. So excellent customer service, being skilled, being fully trained, up-to-date knowledge of inventions maybe, that they are organised, they can work with detail and work to deadlines, they're team players. So all of those things you could perhaps use in your advert. Now let's have a think about the persuasive techniques. So we mentioned before imperative verbs, and there's some examples that you could use. Persuasive adjectives. Again, there's some more examples. Rhetorical questions. Have you always wanted one of your inventions to become famous? That could be an opening line for you. Why not try coming and working for my company? What are you waiting for? Apply today. Fronted adverbials, and there's some examples there for you as well. So now let's have a think about how you might start to structure your writing. So there's two parts to it. What are the skills which are needed for anyone that's coming to work at your company, and why should they apply? What can you offer them? So you need to have a really good think about the skills which are needed. Perhaps it is to work as a team player. Perhaps it is to have some of the best inventions in the country. Perhaps it is you want them to be organised and work to deadlines. But what can your company offer them? As you being the director of the company, perhaps they're going to work with some of the best inventors in the world. Perhaps you can promise that their inventions will be used in every single household throughout the country. Have a think. And then think carefully about how you might start to put that all together. So your first part might be what the company is and some information about it. So you might say a little bit about yourself and when you started the company and any inventions you've made. What the job entails. So what is it they've got to do? Is it actually designing the inventions? Is it making the inventions? Is it selling them to people? Is it testing them? What are the benefits of working for your company? What will they get out of it? Will it be, as we've said, working with some of the best inventors in the world? Will it be that every person is going to be able to use your invention? Are they going to make loads of money if they come and work at your company? Are they going to be able to have holidays? And what are the skills and requirements needed? Do you need them to be well organised? Do you need them to have a degree in engineering or a degree in art? Do you need them to be able to work well as part of a team? It's a really important part that you need to give a lot of thought to. And how to apply for the job. Are you going to include an email address or a phone number? And then let's just look at this first slide again. What do you want your advert to look like? How are you going to make sure that it catches people's eye? Is it going to be bright and colourful? Are you going to use different fonts? Are you going to use catchy slogans and alliteration at the start? I think you could have some really, really good fun with this task. So let your imaginations go crazy and have a lot of fun